Jan Crawford joins us now from Capitol Hill. All right, Jan, tell us what you know about Governor Sandoval, his political views, what makes him stand out as a potential nominee for the Supreme Court.
Well, I mean, he's seen as a moderate conservative governor, a centrist. He supports abortion rights. And so, you know, some people say, oh, this could be such an interesting pick. But you know, this is judicial politics, judicial confirmation politics. I mean, if you think about Brian Sandoval, who said he believes the president's signature achievement is unconstitutional, can you imagine those optics with him standing there next to the president? And even more, I mean, a conservative on the Supreme Court, if the president were to do that, his legacy would be that he has kept the Supreme Court a 5-majority conservative court, potentially for a generation. I cannot imagine that the president would do that. And his base, I mean, the people who care about this on the left, I would just revolt.
So, Jan, what's going on? You know, some Republicans say that the White House is just playing games.
Right, and I mean, I think, you know, when you kind of see these names floated out, I mean, especially when we saw it kind of coming from Harry Reid, who is a kind of a master of the political game. I mean, it's like, all right, Republicans, you say that you're not going to hold a hearing for anyone. So, however, you know, we're going to put a Republican up there. Well, come on. I mean, what would happen if they actually nominated a conservative, a Republican? Then the Republicans in the Senate would probably say, well, you know what? I mean, we'll go ahead and have a hearing, and we'll put that conservative on the Supreme Court. So which is why the White House is not going to do it.
So then that is a question. If Governor Sandoval really is the president's pick, do you think the Senate Republicans will follow through on that threat and refuse to consider him altogether?
No, no. Because, I mean, even if he's not someone that a conservative president may nominate to the court because he's centrist, he still is better in their view than a liberal that the president, or let's say Hillary Clinton won the White House, would put on that Supreme Court. He still would keep the court conservative. So, you know, if you look at the president's pattern of judicial nominees, they are solidly liberal. They have impeccable qualifications, sparkling resumes, study in the law. They're former appeals court judges, professors. This is so far out of the bounds of what the president has done in the past, a very consistent pattern, that it just seems absurd to me on its face. I mean, the president cares about this court. He cares about having justices who are going to apply the law that faithfully, that the way he believes, his method of constitutional interpretation on the left. And I find it inconceivable that the former constitutional law professor, you know, at the University of Chicago would take this route purely for politics. He could hold off. He could put a nominee on that he believes in, that is in his pattern. And then if that nominee doesn't get confirmed, they're teed up. And the next president, who, you know, I assume the White House believes will be Hillary Clinton, could then put that nominee on the court. His nominee still would get on the court eventually, and it would be his nominee, not some Republican, you know, out of the blue pick.
Right. It certainly is interesting. I don't know how it's all going to unfold. Jan Crawford, thanks a lot.
Thanks.